everybody. So today is Monday, that means it's time for Movie Monday, and this week the topic is favorite movies from 2006. And I was looking over the list from 2006 and it really wasn't that good of a year. It was kind of a weak year, even for animation, because they had Happy Feet and which isn't my favorite, it's okay, but, and then Cars, the original Cars, which I like, but I just talked about that last week. And I don't know, it just wasn't that great of a year in general for movies, but there are certainly 5. There was one honorable mention I did not pick, but I want to give, I guess, a little shout out to is Talladega Nights, The Search for Ricky Bobby. I actually think that movie's really funny. It's super raunchy, so like I can't really defend it, and I don't really recommend it to most people, but it really made me laugh. I thought it was funny. So there you go, what can I say? But the 5 movies that I picked for best of 2006 are, the first one is Children of Men.
Your baby is the miracle the whole world has been waiting for.
We will find a way to get you to the Human Project, I promise you.
We're almost there, kid. We're almost there.
From Alfonso Cuarón. The cinematography by Emmanuel Lubezki is incredible. The long takes are just so beautiful. The whole story of this society that has come to this point where there's no more reproduction and there's this woman who ends up pregnant and they have to protect her, and it's just so engrossing and so wonderful. And you get nice comic relief kind of from Michael Caine, great performance from Clive Owen, Julianne Moore is really good in it. It's just a terrific movie. Probably my favorite dystopian I've ever seen, because I'm generally not a big fan of dystopian, but this one doesn't lose kind of its hope in there. There's always sort of this theme of hope. So Children of Men, number 1 movie of 2006. My next favorite from 2006, this is a close tie, is Casino Royale. This is my favorite Bond movie. It's one of my favorite action movies ever made. I think Daniel Craig ended up being a great Bond, and I really like that this is a James Bond movie where he feels like an actual person that has feelings and emotions and isn't just there with one-liners and quips and stuff. Like, I prefer this much better over the typical other performances of James Bond, personally. The action sequences are amazing. They're so engrossing. They're so good. They feel real. They feel visceral. And it's just, I love, like I said, Daniel Craig in the role, and it's just heartbreaking kind of what happens to him. You get it. This is his origin story, basically. And they do the gambling in a very effective way, I think, and in a way that seems somewhat sort of semi-realistic, at least. And so yeah, it's a really good, well-written script, and so that's my second choice. My third choice for 2006 is The Devil Wears Prada.
Skirts.
What kind of skirts?
Please bore someone else with your questions.
Never ask Miranda anything.
You run errands.
Hello?
Where are my eggs?
And that's what happens when you start doing well at work. Let me know when your whole life goes up in smoke. It means it's time for a promotion.
Do you know why I hired you? I see a great deal of myself in you. People think that success just happens to you. It doesn't. You want this life? The decision's yours.
And this is from based on the novel by Lauren Weisenberger, and I really love the novel and I love this movie. Meryl Streep is so good in this movie because she does bring that humanity to the part of Miranda. You feel a little bit for her and you understand kind of why she's become this person that she's become, and I think anybody who's had that just sort of horrible boss can kind of relate to what Andy's going through too, and how she allows this person to kind of change her and that's easy to do, especially when you're trying to kind of impress somebody, when you're trying to make your life not completely miserable. It's easy to sort of let them change you and change who you are. I love Stanley Tucci in this. He's so good. He's a realist. But he's also just a wonderful person, and his lines are so funny. Emily Blunt is great in it. It skewers the fashion industry. It's also a movie about work and about kind of why we work and what we're doing this for, and why we kind of rationalize who we become because of work and the choices that we make. And it's just so good. I love it. Anne Hathaway, of course, is in it. She's great. Next up, I have the Letters to Iwo Jima and Flags of Our Fathers series. By Clint Eastwood, and he created a film that shows you the Japanese side of the story, and he created a film that shows you the American side of the Iwo Jima conflict, and both of them are so moving, so beautiful, and they work just so well together as this portrayal of war. Very well acted all throughout, and so yeah, if you haven't seen those movies, definitely, they're both really, really good. My last choice is Pan's Labyrinth. This is
darkness, there can be light. In misery, there can be beauty. In death, there can be life. Pan's Labyrinth.
Having this unique experience that you'll never have before. Again, the production design, amazing. The acting, the fact that it is in Spanish, the fact that it is something that was just so bold and so different, and the creature design, it feels like something that you would have gotten like the Dark Crystal or or Labyrinth or something like that from the 80s, but this is now. And so it's just a really, really different, great film. So those are my 5 favorite from 2006. What are your 5 favorite from this year? Let me know, put in the comment section, and thanks so much. Please subscribe to my channel. I'll talk to you later. Bye!